If you invested $10,000 into Coinbase stock when it IPO'd in April of 2021, you would have $1,966 left. In other words, you will have experienced a 80.34% decrease in your investment. That is not a very good return on investment. So how did Coinbase get there? I'm going to talk about that in this video, and as a bonus, I'm going to answer if that is a buying opportunity. I'm going to answer if that means you should buy this dip. I'm going to answer that towards the end of the video, so you're not going to want to miss that. So stay tuned and let's get into the details. Of course, Coinbase absolutely thrived during the earlier stages of the pandemic when everybody and their cousin were trading and interested in cryptocurrencies, right? Revenue exploded over 800% for a couple of quarters for Coinbase and then slowed to the shabby 400% revenue growth for a couple of quarters before turning negative, and revenue has been declining for several consecutive quarters, negative 74.82% in the most recent quarter. Now, I don't know if cryptocurrency will ever be as popular as it was during the earlier stages of the pandemic. I don't know if investing will ever be as popular as it was during the earlier stages of the pandemic. I certainly hope so. It would be great for me if more and more people were interested in the stock market, interested in investing, interested in investments like cryptocurrency. However, I think the odds of that are pretty slim, even though I am rooting for that because, of course, it'll be good for me and my channel. But I just don't think that's going to be the case. I just don't think that it's ever going to be as popular as it was during those earlier stages of the pandemic when people had extra disposable income because of government stimulus, and they had extra time on their hands because they were staying at home more often, and to top it all off, they had fewer places where they could go and spend their money, right? There were so many things that were closed, so you had extra money and fewer places to spend it, and so people looked to investing. And those confluence of factors, I don't think it's going to happen again. Sadly, for all of us, I don't think that's going to happen again. But I don't know if Coinbase needs that to happen in order for the company to be viable. Let's look at Coinbase's profitability. The net income for the trailing 12 months, it soared initially when revenue was exploding and customer acquisition was a lot easier. Coinbase delivered net income over $2 billion for several trailing 12-month periods. That demonstrated the potential of this stock if it can reach a certain scale. It's got great potential, and it proved that to investors during those early and middle parts of the pandemic. It proved what it could be like if it reaches a certain scale. Unfortunately, it has lost a lot of those customers that it attracted during the pandemic. They've just lost interest, and so the profitability has collapsed. Negative 2.6 billion in loss, 2.6 billion in losses in the trailing 12-month period, and several consecutive quarters of trailing 12-month losses on the bottom line. And this is primarily why the stock price has collapsed the way it has. It could have experienced revenue decreases, but if it kept profitability elevated by cutting costs and laying off people, if it was still able to generate sufficient profits, I don't think the stock price would have collapsed the way it did. So is this a buying opportunity? Let's look at its valuation. So Coinbase is trading at a price to sales of 4.7. It's near the lowest it has been according to this metric since its IPO. It was trading at a price to sales over 18 at one point, so it's less than 1/3 of that valuation. I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now. So I don't know if investors of today can confidently expect Coinbase to reach the level it reached in the earlier stages and the middle stages of the pandemic. I don't know if it can ever do that. So the answer to if this is a buying opportunity will lie in the fact of Coinbase's ability to cut costs enough to match with this lower customer and revenue level. Can they bring their costs down enough to match with this new reality where this is where the customers are going to be at, this is where revenue is going to be at? I don't know if they can do that. I don't know if that's a sustainable way. I don't know if they can run their business sustainably with those lower costs. So because I don't know that and they haven't proven that cost cutting ability yet, I'm going to say no, this is not yet a buying opportunity, but this is a stock I'm watching closely, and if they can demonstrate some cost cutting ability, some efficiency measures, then I'm really going to consider this stock because it's proven itself where it can generate, where it can be in terms of profit wise when it grows and reaches a certain scale. So I've got a close eye on this one. I don't think it's a buy on the dip opportunity just yet. I think investors should be patient and just put this on the watch list and watch it for now. Don't yet press that buy button on Coinbase just yet. All right, so that's all I've got for this video. As always, I truly appreciate your viewership. If you like this video, I think you'll enjoy one of these videos that are popping up right now on your screen. Please click on one of those and I'll see you over there.